onto the Gold Cup. Just before anyone thinks, oh, we've missed the Neptune and they've got chances in that, I will come to that. It's just that we didn't have it on the sheets because of the late withdrawal of what was the thing called? Finian's Oscar earlier on today. So here we go, the Gold Cup. It's Tizard or Ireland, Ireland or Tizard, Tizard or Ireland or something else, Tony?
Again, rather like some of the other races that we've touched upon, I think the betting is pretty much as it should be. I think the first three in the market probably set the standard. I spoke to Alan earlier and I told him what I'd done in this race, and I've been backing Smad Place at massive prices on the exchanges for a while now. I think I've averaged about 390 and I've backed it for a place with fixed odds firms as well at 20 to 1. The horse is still rated 163, has been rated higher. He went off a 10 to 1 chance for this race last year. He made a couple of mistakes early, didn't get into a rhythm. He may well be too old, it may well be not good enough anymore for this field, but I've just taken a wild swing at that, a massive price. If you ask me the most solid horse in the race, I'd say Jackadam. Q Card, whoever you speak to. Paddy Brennan thinks he would have won last year, but I mean that changes every time you ask him because he doesn't know. The stamina is not there. But what I do know is that I think Don Cossack would be a very short price favourite in this race if he wasn't injured. But then again, about 4 or 5 others high class horses have fallen by the wayside. I don't have a betting opinion of the race. I've literally chucked a fair few quid at Smad Place at massive prices, winning place.
Well, last year, Alan, everyone, including me, was trying to persuade you to run Smad Place in the race. This year, no one's talked about Smad Place. He does run in the race. Is Tony off his rocker, or has he got a point?
The former, I take it.
I think he's off his rocker, really.
Well, at least run it to give me a chance.
I'm very worried. I hope that's not the full field we've got behind us.
No, it's running, apparently.
Huh?
It is running, isn't it, Smad Place?
I think we've confirmed him, but...
Yeah. Better just go and
There's
check.
not 12 in the Gold Cup, is there?
14.
No, listen, he's going to be very tough for the old boy. He's been an absolute superstar for me, and there's nowhere else to go. I can't run him with top weight and a handicap, but he is up against it. But he's in good order, so we'll see what happens. Fascinating race. My heart, I would love to see Q Card win. I think he's the most wonderful horse in training to go back from, I think, winning a bumper as a 4-year-old, the champion bumper at 4 right the way through. But deep down, I cannot see him getting up the hill 3 1/4 miles. I do think the stamina just might run out. I think this is probably going to go for export. And I think Jack Adam ran really well last year on a very bad preparation. And I think they've absolutely chained him to perfection this time. He looked very good in his school at Leopardstown last Sunday. So he's been there and he's done it. And I think they can probably get him a bit better. And I think he's got a great chance. As I said, I'd love to see Q Card win, but I think he'll get outstayed.
Willie Mullins for Alan to win the Gold Cup. He's had 6 runners-up in the race in the past. Time is running slightly against us, Nicky, so I'm going to ask you very briefly to give us your idea of the Gold Cup winner.
Very briefly, agree with Kingy. Listen, Q Card, we'd all love it. I'd like it if he had. I just thought he got a hard enough race at Ascot. He just might have been like to see him coming a little bit fresher than that. All the vibes on Jackadam are excellent. They've always loved the horse. He's always been a high-profile fella, and he hasn't quite delivered. This might be the time. Right, more of that.
You found your fan club again in the corner.
More of that. I think he's the squeaky one in here. Yep, there you go.
Say no more. The former Stayers Hurdle winner, the only horse to beat Annie Power when she has stood up. More of that to win the Gold Cup for Nicky. Jackadam for Alan. Smad Place at monster odds to place for Tony and Jamie.
Yeah, Jackadam.
Jackadam it is.
Yeah.
Third time lucky.